So let's take a quick look. Let me make sure this is Swaffman. Yes, it is Swaffman. He's running Reaper. Ooh, and Mad Martingham. Valor is a very strong warrior, and he runs a lot of different things, and I really appreciate him trying something different. He's actually running with Berserker today. So thank you so much, Mad Martingham. He's always putting on impressive performances, and on top of it, he doesn't always use the same exact style of build. So he's running Berserker, Defense, and Strength. He's over here. He's got Mace with Shield, and he's also got Rifle. We've got Rune of Aristocracy and Viper Amulet. Very interesting coming out of Valor. And we got the Reaper over here, Rune of the Reaper, Paladin. Interesting. Axe, Dagger with Dagger, Warhorn. Blood Reaping, Blood Magic, Soul Reaping, and Reaper. Mad Martingham's got to be really careful. He's already gone into Spectral Walk to just try to build up as much Shroud as he can. He doesn't want to take too much damage. Mad Martingham, understanding and seeing that Spectral Walk, not putting on too much pressure, already goes for the Berserk. No, it's the headbutt that he has, sorry, and he goes into Berserk mode. He's got the rifle on top of it, trying to put that heavy damage onto him. Very impressive performance coming out of Mad, but he's got to be careful for that Shroud. He doesn't have too much Shroud, but he's able to put massive amounts of damage. Mad Martingham getting caught on the top of the steps. Really good patience. Sorry, guys, I'm just whispering someone. Really impressive play from Just Chill over there, being very patient, not getting too. He's not getting too complacent. He stayed patient. He didn't get nervous or too excited and blow through a lot of his cooldowns. He did a really good job on that one. Mad Martingham can't get too complacent. I think he may have thought he had that one in the bag, but he was able to come right back out. Okay, back way. I'll show you again one more time. Reaper with Paladin Amulet, Frostfang. He's got Axe with the Dagger and Warhorn. He's got Revocation with Cleansing, Cleansing with Annulment. Annulment's really strong in 1v1s. I see a lot of top tier players. Blood Magic with Soul Reaping and Reaper. I'll leave it on there just for a little bit. Mad Martin trying to go for the headbutt. He's not able to get it. He does get the big stun. He's trying to keep that heavy cleave. Now he's got to be very attentive for that Reaper Shroud. He's able to mitigate a lot of that damage, and he saves his shield block for that. Really, really good timing. And now Just Chill's in a bad way. He tries to use his elite to chill to the bone. He's not able to connect. Now Mad Martingham's in perfect position. He's just cleaving from a distance. He does still have some of that Shroud left, and he does have his Executioner's Scythe. He's not able to connect. Now he's just got to try to get some LOS and create as much distance as he can. Ooh, really bad position. He gets him in the shield bash. Just cleaving on top of him, and we're going into another game 3, guys. Holy moly. Let me just take a look over here at we have 3 more matches in our first round, then we're going to be moving into our quarterfinals. And as I mentioned before, we're splitting these. There's 200 gold in this tournament. 50% will go to first place, 30% will go to second place, 10% will go to third place, and we're going to give 10% of the winnings to a random participant in the tourney. So I'm just going to go through the roster check, pick a random participant, or actually when it gets to the third place match, I'll pick a random participant inside the spectate that I know who has participated, that is still here, and they'll get 10% of the pot prize. So that's going to be 20 gold going to a random participant. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching and joining us. I really do appreciate it. It makes it more entertaining for me, and it makes it more entertaining for the participants knowing that they have spectators. If you like this type of stuff, click that follow or click that subscribe. I do 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, 5v5 in-houses, and Fashion Wars contests. I do one of these events every single day. Tomorrow is going to be Fashion Wars, and then on Friday is going to be 2v2. So click that follow, click that subscribe so you know when I go online and when I go live. So thank you so much for that. Here we go, Mad Martingham versus Just Chill. Once again, going into a game 3. That was a flurry of a match. Just Chill's kind of sitting back. I think he might be AFK. Nope, there he goes. Now he's starting to move. And as I mentioned, the matches don't start until they're ready. So they have to be very careful when they click that ready check if they're not ready. He tries to use that Spectral Rock right away, try to get some Shroud built up. And he hasn't been able to get more than a quarter of Shroud. Mad Martingham doing a really good job of mitigating that and stopping him from getting anything major. Right away, he goes into Shroud, dropping a mark. Mad Martingham's in a little bit of a sticky situation. He does get the shield bash. Just Chill is able to mitigate that, but he doesn't have any more utility left in his skill. He does have that Shroud, so Mad Martingham's got to be careful. He does deviate. He is able to mitigate that. He has the Death Sight. Not able to connect with it. He's in big trouble here. Mad Martingham's getting low. Just Chill does have a little more Shroud that he's come up. He's just procced his heal, and he does have his Spectral Walk. Mad Martingham trying to get the LOS. He's in big trouble here. The Reaper Shroud coming up. He actually swaps right back out of Shroud. That might be not. That could be a very dangerous move. He does get that pitch. Ooh, Mad Martingham end up taking it. Really impressive performance. The Warrior one is really well thought out. Shield Bash did work. Thank you, Data Freak. And that's Mad Martingham that moves forward in another 3-1 series, guys. These have been impressive matches so far. Thank you so much, Swaffman, for coming. Another brand new guy. Now we have another new guy in our tournament again. We have about 6 or 7 new guys in this tournament, guys. That's what I really appreciate. The more I do these, the more people know who I am. The more they recognize that these are legitimate tournaments and they start trying them out. Really impressive. So now we have Dr. Cook. I've seen him before, for sure. He's entered a few of my tourneys. Versus Who Are You, I believe his name is. Yep, versus Who Are You. And I'll post the brackets for you guys once again in the challenge.com or in the, not challenge.com, in the Twitch chat so you can follow along with us. Here, you guys, that's just for you. Let's take a quick look at his build. Let me make sure these are the people that I need, that I wanted in here. Yep, Who Are You? And this is Dr. Cook. Yep, Elite Aegis. Excellent. We got a Core Guard versus a Firebrand. The Firebrand usually takes advantage on this one. He's running over here Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. Ooh, a more sustainy build that he's going to be running on this one. Ooh, no. Condi the Hybrid. Sage with Grenth, and he's running Hammer. Interesting. Axe with Shield. Very interesting. I don't see Hammer used too much on Firebrand, especially a Sage Firebrand. But I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out. I'm going to be watching him for the first round. We got the Guardian over here. He's running Mace Shield with Sword and Focus. He's running Marauder with the Rune of the Leadership. He's got Honor, Virtues, and Valor and Virtues. Interesting. No Radiance. Very interesting build coming out from both opponents, and I really enjoy watching this, especially for 1v1s. It gives them the advantage to try anything new builds, you know what I mean? And I do these so frequently that it doesn't really matter if you lose today. Just come back tomorrow or come back the day after. And another thing I like, because I do these so often, you don't always get the same dudes in here trying to cheese the win and trying to take the gold every single time. Since I saturate it so much, the top players don't always enjoy. They usually come for the Saturday or Sunday tournaments. I'll usually do a big 3v3 with a big prize pool, so that's when you'll see the top dogs come in. And I do 2v2s on Tuesdays and on Fridays, so you'll see a lot of the top dogs in those ones. And it really helps, and it's starting to create a higher tier of player, because now they're starting to have something to focus on. They have these 2v2s that they can go to and win some gold in. Oh, and also, guys, they're actually starting to do the monthly ATs every 2 weeks now until they catch up. So if you look over here, which I didn't notice yesterday because it wasn't there, and they've actually updated it this morning, and the Core Mirrors Clash is actually going to be happening in 1 week, and you only need 25 qualifying points to enter this monthly AT. So I'm super curious to see how that's going to turn out. We don't have any major shoutcasters for us on NA. I have applied to be an ArenaNet partner, but I don't think they're going to get back to me. I hope they do, but they don't. But if you are interested in watching a really good shoutcaster, I highly recommend watching Roy on EU. He's a really good shoutcaster, and I try to emulate him as much as I can. Tries to get that big pull, drops the symbol down. The Guardian's doing a really good job of mitigating that big opener. He tries to use the Shield of Absorption, but he actually got stunned in the process. Really good exchange coming from both of them, but right now they're just trying to get them to use each other's major cooldowns. So he's already gone through a lot of his meditations. He's just used his Litany of Wrath. Elite Aegis is in big trouble. He drops a big symbol. Let's take a quick look at Elite Aegis's cooldowns. He has gone through both books and all his mantras. He's only got nothing left in his toolkit. Guardian's got a lot left. He does have his smite condition and his renewed focus if he so chooses to use it. Elite Aegis putting the big damage down, tries to get the line of warding, gets that big knockback to create some distance, and that was a very smart move, and he got very lucky by knocking him all the way down, giving him a chance to cast one of his mantras and be able to get the cooldown back on his mantra of Solace over here. Tries to get the big stun. Good job using that shield of absorption. The Guardian doesn't have as much, the Court Guardian doesn't have as much sustain as Elite Aegis does, or the Firebrand, but he has a lot more in the way of burst. Guardian's got to be a little careful. Let's take a look at his cooldowns. He still has his oh shit button, which is the renewed focus. They're just kind of exchanging blows at this moment. Another big shield of absorption. A lot of Aegis blocks and blinds coming up left and right. Well, Aegis and blocks is the same thing, but we're getting a lot of blocks and Aegis. We've got 24 seconds, and this is where it starts to get important. You got to make sure you keep an eye on your cooldowns. Elite Aegis is burning through a lot of them right now. He's got no tombs, no mantras, and the timer is coming up. And this is a good opportunity for Guardian. And Elite Aegis does have that renewed focus, completely refreshing all his tombs, and that's at a perfect timing right now. He's got to be able to put the pressure onto Swaffman, and I don't believe Swaffman knows what the map mechanic is, but he did witness it in the first couple rounds, so he does have a vague idea of what it is. And if you guys haven't seen it before, you'll see from that spawn and this spawn and these doors, you'll start to see a green ooze start to come out, and it will consume the entire surface of this arena, and it does a lot of damage. So it forces the match to end if they're not able to end it themselves, and there is zero healing after the map mechanic. So this is why it's very important to keep an eye on your cooldowns. Ooh, big exchange coming out from both of them, and Elite Aegis gets it, but Guardian's down as well. It's now into a down fight. He does have his symbol. I don't know how this is going to go, but it doesn't look good for Elite Aegis. Does he able to proc? No, Swaffman gets it. What happened to Jebro? Jebro does still do Twitch. He does, not Twitch. Yeah, he does still Twitch, and he still does for Guild Wars 2, but he's not as focused on Guild Wars 2 anymore. He does a lot of ESO, but he still does play Guild Wars, and for last monthly, he did stream, he did shoutcast for the last monthly AT. So I really like Jebro. You guys should definitely give him a watch. I'm a little sad that he doesn't focus on Guild Wars 2, but it's understandable. Guild Wars 2 kind of neglected its partners a little bit, but we're starting to see a lot of big changes coming out of Guild Wars. They're actually adding build templates. The last two patches for PvP and World v World, not necessarily World v World, but World v World, there wasn't too many changes, but they are starting to make these patches oriented towards World v World. They're starting to really focus on them. And for PvP, I think the game, PvP-wise, is in the best state it's ever been. There's a lot of good counters, and they finally got rid of the suppressive Scourge. They made it a little more... You need a little more skill to be able to use Scourge now. So that suppressive combo of Firebrand Scourge is no longer there. So you saw that in the ATs. It was a lot of different combos, people trying a lot of different things. And there's a lot of hard counters to each class. There's not, like if you use one set of team or one 5-man team, there is a counter for it. So every combo has got counters. The game is getting to a really good state. They're actually making updates to Spirit Watch to make it more competitive. So they're really starting to focus on all the different aspects of the game and not necessarily just PvE. I think the game is taking a nice turn for where it's going right now. So here we go again, Elite Aegis versus Guardian. That was a fucking awesome match on that first one. He tries to get that Zealous defense. He puts up the ring of warding. Now they're just trying to get through each other's cooldowns, and he's got that Shield of Wrath. He tries to get close to him on that Shield of Wrath to get the proc, and he does get the big Shield of Absorption. Elite Aegis has got to be a little more attentive on his cooldowns. He can't use the last charges of his mantras too quickly because he's going to get screwed over. There's a huge cooldown on that mantra if he doesn't be patient with it. He gets that big knockback with the shield. And he does have the, well, unfortunately, his bubble over there, his Shield of Wrath, is a little bit bugged. Elite Aegis trying to back up. He still has his second tomb, his major healing tomb to his availability if he so chooses to use it. Tries to get him in the pull. Guardian doing a good job of mitigating most of that big pulls and CC coming out of him. He goes into his second tomb to try to get some big healing out. Guardian is keeping the pressure on him. And that's exactly what you want to do. Firebrands don't have that big heal. What did they... I'll answer that in a second, Paranoid. Elite Age is getting the big pushback. He's got to be able to get that counter pressure. He's gone through both of his mantras. He's got to be able to get them on cooldown. And now that renewed focus does kind of help. He's got 3 seconds of invulnerability, forcing Guardian to stay away. He does have to wait for that next mantra. He tries to get the big pull. Elite Aegis is in dangerous territory right now. He's got those stacks of burning. He goes into his tomb of... slow tomb. I forgot the name of that tomb, guys. Maybe you can tell me for it or let me know what it was. Let me here take a quick look. Tomb of Courage. Very impressive play by Elite Aegis. He tries to get that ring of warding, but unfortunately he canceled it himself. He gets the ring of warding onto him here, and this is where he's able to create that distance. Tries to get the big bash, but Guardian is doing a very good job of keeping those blocks up. And Swaffman is brand new, and like I said, guys, sometimes we get these brand new guys who are like a diamond in the rough. We never really see what they're made of. I've never seen them before, and for them to come in and put an impressive performance on this one. So that's Guardian who takes this one. Really good job. Who are you takes it. Yeah, who are you? Now we're going to go to the top of the bracket, guys. You'll see right beside Luxlayer and Ohani is number 9. It's actually me versus... I'm going to replace myself with one of the other participants. Hold on, let me see. One second, guys. Oh yeah, what Paranoid. Oh, I don't have the Nightbot on right now because if I do use the Nightbot, it'll put on a music or a song that is mainstream, and it'll actually mute my stream. Lycar versus Noobs. Oh, Luck, yeah. So here we go, Neighbor Naru. This is our, let me just make sure these are the 2 competitors. Sorry about that. I'm paranoid. I'm gonna let you know. They've just been neglecting the partners because they haven't been doing much for them. They haven't been helping them in their streams. They haven't been really donating too many gems or anything, or supporting most of the things like you saw with Teapot did this huge raid the other day, and he needed like a sort of a third party program to kind of spectate for the raids because Guild Wars doesn't have anything really in place. And they ended up telling him, we're not going to support you for it. A lot of things like that, but I hope that they start to change that a little bit. A lot of the partners got really turned off, like Jodges and people like this who stopped streaming. Jebro, like you can see, he's not fully entirely focused on it. And that's because of the lack of participation from ArenaNet for their partners or support. You know, when they try to put on events, there's not too much support coming out of them. But it's starting to change a little bit now. As we saw in the AT, there was Ben P who was giving out Oreen outfits left and right, giving them to all the partners. It was really good in the last AT. So let's take a quick look over here. Here's builds. He's got Virtues, Honor, and Firebrand. There's another Firebrand for you. He's running over here Axe with Shield and Sword with Focus. He's another Sage Firebrand with Rune of the Traveler and Noobs. I don't know. I've seen him many times. He runs a very funny core guard. He's got Zeal, Radiance, and Virtues, but he's been perfecting this core guard for a long time. The amount of burns that this man can put onto someone without them noticing is astonishing. And the amount of damage that he can put out. But Noobs has got to be very careful. He's a little squishy at the same time. He's running with Scepter, Focus, Sword, and Torch. Trying to come in for that heavy damage. Good job by Luxlayer getting that big AoE push back from the Shield of Absorption. He's got him all inside that symbols. He's got to be really careful. He's got to get some sort of the burning. He's clearing it really well. And there's the big burning stacks. 9 stacks of burning. He does have the resistance up. The resistance has proc. He just clears that in the nick of time. Really good patience coming out from Luxlayer. Noticing that he did have the resistance. And then as soon as the resistance was falling off, he was able to clear everything. Yeah, you guys, you EU boys should definitely come over here to NA. We need some support. EU's got a big presence in PvP. As we noticed, ooh, Noobs is in big trouble over here. He does run with Shelter, so that's another big mitigator. He ends up landing the Ray of Judgment and the Zealot's defense. Noob's just trying to use that LOS and that big rock to his advantage as much as he can, and Luxslayer ends up taking it. And yeah, it was like I was mentioning, you E-boys should bring them weird EU builds. I probably talk super cocky and get clapped first round, but you guys should come over. Like I mentioned, you have a big, strong PvP presence. When we had the monthly, EU had 46 teams entered into the monthly, and NA only had about 32 teams. So you can just tell the difference already. But since I've been doing these, this is almost a month and a half that I've been doing these on Twitching. I'm very new to Twitching. I'm very new to shoutcasting. I've only been doing it for a month and a half. And I've been noticing that our tournament entries have been increasing slowly and slowly today. In our last AT, I think there was 18 teams in it. And for NA, that's kind of unheard of. We don't usually see that many participants. So it's really nice to see. Or maybe it's just because the winter is starting to roll around and people are starting to go like huddled into their blankets, getting by their computers, staying warm. Maybe it's that. But I don't know. The PvP presence is really starting to get good. And just in this tournament alone, guys, there's about 7 or 8 brand new guys that I've never seen before. So it's going to be really cool. Yeah, next Fashion Wars is tomorrow, guys. If you look below on my stream, you'll see my a schedule that I've placed up there. You also see the Guild Wars 2 season 1 for 1v1s and 2v2s. There's a website for that, and the Discord as well for the 1v1s. It's very new. I just created the Discord yesterday, so I'd very much like if you guys just put !Discord in the Twitch chat and join that so you'll know exactly when the next tournaments are, the rules, and things of that nature. Neighbor Naru's in a little bit of trouble here. He goes up for the Shield of Absorption. Meta is in big trouble as well. He's really low on cooldowns. He doesn't have his Renewed Focus. He doesn't have his Shelter. He's just trying to get some heavy cleave onto Neighbor Naru. There's a lot of burning on top of him. Big pull coming out from Luxslayer, and he ends up getting the down. Really good usage of his resistance. Really good use of his Condi Clear. Very impressive Firebrand play coming out from Neighbor Naru. He is running the 5 mantra. I'm not a huge fan of the 5 mantra, but whatever. Really, but Luxslayer is a very dominant player. Very strong. So here we go. And now our last match. Wow, guys, we've had so many good matches. We're last match in our first round. This is our first round and our last match. Dathramar versus Mad Lord of Milk. Mad Lord of Milk did really good in his first round. Let's see if Dathramar is still here. I mean, we could get a free-to-play account and just do them with the core, couldn't we? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, guys. And I welcome anybody and everybody. So I'm going to see if Dathramar is here. Yes, Dathramar is here. So thank you so much for being patient, Dathramar, especially considering it's his first time in here. And sometimes when I think I have 18 participants or 19 participants in this tournament, and every day I've always averaged around 14 to 21, 22 participants. And that's kudos to all the contestants and all the PvP players, guys. They're starving for PvP content, and that gives me the opportunity to do these every single day. Obviously, there's a little bit of a gold incentive for them to enter, but that just goes to show you how much people want this. Every single day I put on a tournament or a Fashion Wars, and I always get a minimum of 14 participants, or from 14 to 22. And even for my 2v2, I did a 2v2 on Tuesday. Oh my goodness! And Dathramar's got to be really careful. He was able to see Lord of Milk, Mad Lord of Milk in the first round, and he did that exact same thing to the Warrior in his first round, just going out with that big Hunter's Mark, going into stealth, then the knockback and the massive rapid fire. Oof, and he used the one wolf pack. That was incredible. I think you just need to roll rolling with punches. I've never done it myself, but maybe Breckbre or someone else could inform you. I think you just have to create a free-to-play account and then just choose to go on EU. The only major difference is your latency. Your ping might be a little high. Hold on. And as I mentioned for the for the rules on this one, guys, you can't change the class you start with, and you cannot change your 3 specs. You can change all the traits in your spec line. You can change all your utilities. You can change your weapons, your sigils, your runes, your amulets. You can change all of that. So it allows you to have a little bit of adjustment, but you can't super cheese. Again, Dathramar coming in super quick. Good job by Lord coming in really quick, but Dathramar not getting caught this time. He actually pops the renewed focus just to mitigate that, and he did have his one wolf pack. So now that has cleared. He's not going to get too much damage, but Dathramar can be very dangerous. He ends up getting the point blank shot, and he's got the perfect idea right here. This gives him that perfect line of sight, forcing Dathramar to come to him. Dathramar does have ports that he can use to close the gap. He does have his Shield of Wrath. He's getting poked really good, and Lord of Milk ends up taking it. Ping, no problem. I'm in EU. Okay. Still, I had to level 80, so man. You don't have to get to level 80 to do PvP, and to do my tournaments, you can be level 0. The only thing you need to be for PvP, level 20, is if you want to do ranked. So if you want to do ranked, you have to be level 20 in PvP, but if you want to do my tournaments, you can be level 0. You don't have to have any requirements. You can use the regular gear. It doesn't make a big difference. Sorry, guys, I'm going to go back to this. So that's actually Mad Lord of Milk that wins. Now we're going into our quarterfinals, guys. It's actually going to be Skyita versus Thermite. I'll post the challengebracket.com for you guys in the Twitch chat one more time so you can follow along with me. There you go, guys. Who did I say was fighting now? That's Skyita and Thermite. Skyita and Thermite. You're going to see him again, Data? I got to research this after the tourney. Yeah, no problem, Breck. You know anything about guesting on another region? If any of you guys do know anything about guesting on another region, you can help Breck out. So let's Miss Lady Hawk. Let me make sure that is Skyita and Thermite is Thermite. Let me just make sure those are the 2 participants I wanted. Yeah, Thermite versus Skyita. Let's take a quick look at Thermite over here. He's running that very interesting core build. He's running with Scepter, Shield, Sword, and Focus with Mender and Sanctuary. This is something you'd run on like a Firebrand, but he uses it on core. Very interesting build, and his main strategy is just to sustain until the end of the match. And then we got over here Miss Lady Hawk, who's running your typical core guardian, but also running with hammer instead of greatsword. So this is not looking good in the favor of Miss Lady Hawk, as they do have a lot of burst, but they don't have as much sustain as Thermite. But Thermite doesn't have too much damage. They just got to be careful and very attentive. They can't just run in there willy-nilly. Nice big hammer blow coming down by Miss Lady Hawk, keeping the pressure onto Thermite. Oh, big heavy pressure. Ends up forcing the renewed focus out of Miss Lady Hawk. This is exactly where Thermite wants to be. He's auto-attacking. Big damage again with that greatsword. Thermite can't get too complacent. He ends up actually popping his renewed focus. So now they're both kind of in the same situation with no oh shit bundled to their availability. Lady Hawk getting him in the ring of warding. That could be the advantage that she needed. No, Miss Lady Hawk ends up going down. Thermite is one to watch. I'm very, very curious to see how far Thermite gets. Thermite has been in the last 1 or 2 of my tourneys. He's quite new to my tournaments, but I do enjoy seeing these very clever builds that they come out with. And this also gives them a little bit of notoriety. If they continue to enter my tournaments and get farther, people start to recognize them. People start to see them as well. And at the end of every tournament, guys, I'll take these videos, I record them, and then I'll post them into my highlights videos so you can actually watch yourself later, maybe see where you made mistakes. And even if you want, make little clips and post them there. As I get more popular, you'll get a little more notoriety. Like I said, I'm very new to Twitching, guys. I've only been doing this for about a month and a half now. They did just have a sale not long ago, Breck, unfortunately, but the next sale is going to come out pretty soon, I'm sure. Oh, and I'm also super curious about the build templates. Good job by Thermite. He's using the LOS and the no port and just auto attacking with that scepter, just keeping that pressure onto Lady as much as he can. He's using this terrain very well. I'm not sure who Thermite is, but I don't know if this is his main account. He's a very impressive play. He's using very good strategy in PvP, and terrain use is just as important as knowing how to play your class. Miss Ladyhawk's in a little bit of trouble, ends up popping that renewed focus. Thermite baiting, trying to pretend like he was running away and then using that sword too to come right back into damage. Thermite's in a bad spot, uses the Shield of Wrath to try to mitigate some more damage, but he can't. He's just heavy cleaving onto him, and that's Thermite that takes that game. Really good job by Thermite. I'm very curious to see who he ends up... Next match is going to be, I'm very curious. Reginald is the Condi Thief versus Mad Lord of, no, it's not Mad Lord of Mix, sorry guys. It's actually Valor versus Who Are You? Valor versus Who Are You? Thermite was dominant that round, very dominant that round, Data Freak. Very impressive performance coming out of Thermite. And keep in mind, guys, there's 200 gold in this prize pot. 50% goes to first place, 30% goes to second place, 10% goes to third place, and the last 10% goes to a random participant in this 1v1. That's one of the slight changes I've made to the cash out, just so that when people enter, they don't always feel like necessarily they're not going to make it far, so they don't want to enter. This gives them the opportunity to be able to get some gold. So I'm just going to go through the roster at the end of the match. I'm going to go through the roster and pick one random person and send it out to them. So let me take a quick look at Valor. He's running that very interesting Berserker Warrior. Viper Amulet with Aristocracy. He's running Mace with Shield and Rifle. Over here he's got Strength, Defense, and Berserker. He's over here running your typical core build, but he's got actually with a Mace Shield with Scepter Focus. Very, very interesting build coming out of both participants, and I like seeing this. I really enjoy it. And as I mentioned, I do these very frequently. Oh, Mad Martingham's in some big trouble right now. He's got a shield block. Good positioning right here. This is where he wants to take advantage. He goes into Berserker mode, tries to get that Bull's Charge off. He's not able to land it. He is able to resustain. He's standing in a lot of symbol damage. He's able to get that big pushback. He's trying to get that big rifle damage onto Guardian. He's doing a very good job. They're both very close to downstate. He ends up popping that renewed focus. Mad Martingham is in a big, big trouble right here. He's got to be able to back off. He does have the shield, and Guardian does get him down. Really good job. Yeah, I mean, you either make a new account free to play on the Guild Wars 2 website and optional buy POF for it, or you transfer your account like Zhao Shu pointed out, but it costs gems and it's permanently. Yeah, there's a lot of different options you can go for. They actually had a special on POF the other day. So maybe just get the free-to-play account and get your free-to-play, and then when it goes on special, you can actually purchase it and get the POF. They were actually giving out POF and Heart of Thorns. Let's see if Matt Martingham makes any changes. No. Let's take a quick look at this Guardian build again. He's running Honor, Valor, and Virtues. We're seeing a lot of different funny Guardian builds coming out. Not necessarily bad, though. They're all being very impressive performances coming out from all of these Guardians so far. Once again, guys, I'll take this time to shamelessly promote. If you like this kind of stuff, click that follow, click that subscribe. I do these every single day. If you click follow or subscribe, you'll be able to see when I'm on next. As well, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link that with your Twitch and get a free subscription you can maybe send my way. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Here we go. Mad Martingham versus the Guardian. Now, Mad's got to be able to use that no port spot. He's got Judge's Intervention. He's got his sword too. He's got that big Chains of Light. He's got to be careful. Now, this is exactly where Mad Martingham wants him to be. But he's got to be careful. Like I mentioned, he does have that Judge's Intervention, and there's no LOS or no port that Mad Martingham can use. And you can see that Judge's Intervention right on top of him, putting that heavy pressure. And if he's too hard pressure, he can't really sit back. He gets that big push. He's trying to get those big blasts from the from the rifle. And once again, I appreciate Matt Martingham using funky builds and trying new things. He's not always coming in with the same build, so it always keeps it fresh and always keeps it exciting. It's like a brand new player. He goes into that rampage trying to get some big damage. Nice pushback. Shield of Absorption popped by Guardian. Very clever play. Matt Martingham just trying to create that distance. He's in a little bit of trouble. He ends up going for the dodge, dropping a lot of symbols, gets the Chains of Light, blocking everything and reflecting those scepter shots, doing a lot of damage. He tries to get that shield bash. He's not able to connect. Let's take a look at Matt Martingham's cooldowns. He does have his headbutt coming back up. He does have balance stance and his Signet of Might. And that's pretty impressive if he's able to get the Signet of Might off. Let's see where he procs it. He does have his Rampage that's ready to go up. He's probably waiting for that big burst. He's going to go for that Blood Reckoning. No, he goes for the shield bash right away. He's not able to pop that Blood Reckoning. There he goes, popping the Blood Reckoning. He's really low. Guardian is just auto-attacking. He tries to get him in that knockback. Matt Martingham's in bad way. Ooh, he ends up going down. So that's Who Are You that ends up going far. Ooh, who are you? We have... Next up is going to be Luxslayer versus Crim. Luxslayer versus Crim. So here's the... Ooh. Oh yes, the Crim is actually Sexy Hazard. He was replaced. Crim didn't show up. Yep, he is. Yes, sir. So if you look at the brackets, Crim is actually Sexy Hazard. I do have a couple substitutes. At the end of or at the beginning of every tournament, I try to grab 2 or 3 substitutes. Data Freak was rooting for Mad. I try to have 2 or 3 substitutes at the beginning of the round, so if I don't have people, even though I do a roster check 15 minutes before the match and I check everybody off that's there. Hey, Thermite, thank you so much for that. Thermite writes to me, these events are pretty awesome. Thanks again for putting them on. It's my pleasure, Thermite. I'm just trying to bring the community together, try to build that camaraderie, and try to bring up PvP a little more. You know, it's a really good game mode, especially on this game. The fluidity of the combat is incredible, and the graphics are really nice. It's just a little unfortunate that it can get a little too much sometimes, so new viewers have a hard time understanding what's really happening. Really good job coming out from Sexy Hazard here. He's not able to get the Glint Elite. And Luxslayer is really good at using and timing those Aegises. He tries to get the Shackling Wave. He's not able to capitalize on that. Really nice pull coming out from Luxslayer. He's got that Shield of Wrath to try to mitigate it. He goes into Staff. Actually, no, he's still in Sword. Now he's into Staff. Trying to mitigate a lot of the opener. Creating a good distance between him and neighbor Naru. Ports right back on top of him, dropping the AoE, and that was really good by Sexy, knowing that he was probably going to port up top, so he drops the AoE down, tries to get him in the Shackling Wave. I think he did connect on that. He's got to be very cautious for those symbols. He ports right back onto neighbor Naru, and he's trying to kite a little bit. This is going to be very interesting. Let's take a look at neighbor Naru's cooldowns. He's got very healthy mantras. He's gone through 2 of his tombs. He's still got his Tomb of Resolve, so it's got a lot of healing left. Sexy Hazard's in a little bit of trouble here. He's got to be able to mitigate most of that, and it's going to be hard for him to bait that glint heal. Just creating distance, trying to get away from him. Dropping those symbols wherever he goes, making it very difficult for Sexy Hazard to engage. Neighbor Naru takes game 1. Ooh, damn, Daniel. This is going to be good, guys. Oh, Vincent Vega, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. I didn't even notice that you clicked the follow button. Thank you so much for that, man. I really do appreciate that. Every time you click that follow or subscribe, it's kind of like patting me on the back, letting me know that I'm doing a good job and just encouraging me to go farther and harder. So thank you so much for that. And same with you, Jiaoshu. I'm not sure if neighbor Naru is DCing, so we're going to give him a minute. He might be DCing on this one. Oh yeah, I'll show you the firebrand build one more time. No problem. This is Neighbor Naru. I think he's gone out of DC. He's actually running Virtues with Honor, and this is the firebrand that most people are running, that 5 mantra firebrand. I'm not a huge fan of it. And he's running here. I'll show it to you one more time really quick. We'll go over to here. Axe with Shield. Sword with Focus. He's running Rune of the Traveler with Sage Amulet. He's got Annulment. Annulment is really huge, especially in these 1v1s. It's very dominant, especially if you use it properly. Energy and Cleansing on his sword with Focus. And Sexy is running your typical Revenant build. Resistance with Marauder. Sword Shield. Interesting. Sword Shield with Staff. He's actually changed it up a bit. Going for a little more defense. And that's what he's using the shield for. For that invuln. Luxlair doing an incredible job of making sure that every time Sexy comes in, he's punishing him, dropping symbols. He actually lands the Glint Elite. I've yet to see that really good burst coming out from Sexy onto us to Neighbor Naru, but the sustain coming out from Neighbor Naru is really, really strong. He's got to be really quick. He's got to be able to capitalize on that. And at the same time, Luxlair is very attentive on the Glint heal, so it's going to be hard for Sexy Hazard to get any kind of sustain from that Glint heal. He's got to be able to use it very cleverly. Nice job using that AoE right on the no port spot, forcing Neighbor Naru to get off the no port, and he's able to port onto him right after. But as I mentioned, every time they come in for an exchange, Neighbor Naru punishes him. Just dropping those symbols and keeping the pressure on top of him. Again, going for that no port. Got the Shield of Wrath up. Let's take a look at Neighbor Naru's and his cooldowns. He still has... Oh, he's going through a lot more of his mantras, but he's being very patient on them. This is very good Guardian play coming out from him. He does land the Glint heal, the Glint Elite, but he kind of stun breaks out of it. Neighbor Naru's in a bad situation right here. Sexy Hazard has got him on the run, and this is exactly the position you want him to be in. Neighbor Naru doesn't have that big heal. He does have a lot of block and blinds, but as he puts the pressure onto him, Neighbor Naru's not able to resustain as much. He's gone through his heal mantra. He's putting on some heavy pressure. He drops the AoE on top of him. Ooh, baby. We got a game 3 here, ladies and gentlemen. Really impressive play coming from Sexy Hazard. And that's all it takes. He just needs to get that one big burst. And once he's able to get him below half, he just has to stay on top of him and pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure. As you saw, he doesn't have that big heal. He doesn't have that big bursty heal. He does have a lot of damage mitigators and blocks and blinds. But as soon as he was able to bring him down, it was a really impressive performance. And Sexy Hazard, I usually always see him get to the semifinals. He has a very dominant Revenant. He does very good on this class. He's been playing it for a long time. And as well, same with Sexy. He does change it up sometimes. He doesn't always necessarily come in with a Revenant. But he was one of my substitutes lying in the wind, waiting for anybody that didn't show up. They're like little sharks in the water. Did anybody leave? Did anybody leave? Nobody's here? Let me come in. So I really appreciate these guys coming in and helping me out. So thank you so much, guys. So here we go into our third round of this match. This is our quarterfinals, I believe. And this is our second or third match in our quarterfinals and going to a game 3 as well. This is going to be really good. Neighbor Naru is not going to... He actually got that Ray of Judgment. Very clutch Ray of Judgment on that. Just keeping the pressure. And I think that shield was a very good exchange. Good job putting that AoE right onto Neighbor Naru. He's not able to connect. Good dodge on that big pull coming from the axe. Using that LOS, but he's just staying right on top of him. He said, you want to use the LOS? We'll fight together. And now he's able to use that Glint heal. Neighbor Naru's in a bad way right here. He doesn't have any more heal mantra left to his availability. Nice pull coming from Neighbor Naru, putting on that big counter pressure. Lots of burns onto him. He doesn't have that Glint heal, and he goes down. Really good job. Luxlair, really, he was under pressure, and he was able to turn and burn and put the pressure. Mike does rotate it so the other arena is played too. Rolling with punches. Usually what I'll do is I'll leave it on one arena for each tournament because last time I did that, or the couple times that I did that, I had a lot of people complaining that, oh no, this map doesn't benefit me, or this map doesn't benefit me. Now you're playing a map that doesn't benefit me. It's kind of cheesy. So what I've decided to do is just for each tournament, I stay on each map. So this way everybody knows what to expect. They're not going to have to adjust to another map. Oh, sorry guys, I got to get to the next match. That was actually a really good fight on that one. Luxslayer moving forward. Our last match in our quarterfinals is going to be a really good one. Mad Lord of Milk versus Reginald. These are two guys that I've never seen before. Mad Lord versus Reginald. And Reginald is running that Condi Thief, and Mad Lord is running that high bursty Ranger. He's got to be careful on this one. I don't think it's core yet. Soul Beast. And like I said, these are brand new guys that I've never seen in my tournament. Usually in my tournaments, I get anywhere from 1 to 3 brand new guys. In this tournament, I have had like 6 or 7 brand new guys. And I love to see this, guys. It's, oh, rolling with punches. He made an NA count. Unfortunately, Roland, you won't be able to join this one because the brackets are already made and we're already moving into the semifinals, deep into the tournament. If we were still in the first round, I would have given you my spot, but unfortunately, it's not going to be the way it goes today. But I do have, well, tomorrow's Fashion Wars. Friday is going to be a 2v2, so you're more than welcome to join that, and you're more than welcome to join the Fashion Wars contest as well. I usually give out about 75 gold to that. Good job by Mad Lord, just completely denying Reg any sort of damage. And now Reg doesn't have much of a choice but to use that LOS and kind of sit back. This is working in his favor. He's able to get some cooldowns. He's going to send his pet in. He gets that big stack of Condi, but he does have the Troll Engine to mitigate a lot of that. And he does have the pet to keep the pressure. He uses the Great Sword block to mitigate any of that big entry coming out from him. And good job by Lord, just creating that distance, going back to the no port spot. Reg of Death is in big trouble here, but he's playing really smart. He's not getting too complacent. Big maul coming out, just trying to evade as much as he can. He's got a lot of pressure onto him. Mad Lord's in big trouble over here. He was able to get that big burst onto him, but the Condis are ticking away. He's got another stick stacks. Doesn't look good for for Mad Lord at this moment. He looks like he's going to go down. He's got that rapid fire from far distance. He's got the 3 stacks of burst. Really good job by Reginald, being very patient, not getting too excited. He did get that big burst, and he kind of sat back. Well, I'm a lobby, so don't have any skins. That's not a problem. Oh yeah, because you can't join the Fashion Wars because you have shitty gear. Oh, that's kind of that's lame. At least you can join the 2v2 on Friday, and then on Saturday I kind of do a random turn. I don't know what I do on Saturday. I just take advice from other people, what anybody wants to see. And then on Sundays I do open house 5v5, so a bunch of people join in, and we just keep cycling through people on teams. So here we go into game 2, Mad Lord versus Reginald. And I'm not sure if Reginald should have came in after him when he was in that LOS, just hiding in spawn. But let's see what kind of tactics that he tries to employ in this one. Also, guys, we're going to be doing a little weapon skin giveaway. It's not a crazy, it's not the greatest skin, but it's a little skin giveaway that I can do at the end, just kind of show my thanks for watching. We're going to do that at the end as well. So he's dropping that barrage down to try to get Reginald. He sends his pet in, but Reginald's doing a really good job of staying up on that high spot where the pet can't get him. So they're kind of stuck at a stalemate over here. And I don't blame either opponent because now Mad Lord kind of has an advantage. He's sitting on the LOS, or the no port, excuse me. Maybe they'll wait for the timer. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to play my EU account. You bastards hype me for PvP. Thanks so much for coming, Rolling with Punches. I really appreciate your company, man. There you go. You see that? As soon as Mad Lord stepped off the no port, that's when Reg was starting to come after him. But this is an advantage that goes to Mad Lord because once that map mechanic hits, the AoE starts from that area. So it's going to force Reg of Death to come out of there. He has no choice but to exit. He's got 40 seconds left on the map mechanic, and that AoE will appear. And this is a good job by Mad Lord, being patient, not getting too complacent. And now Reg has no choice but to engage. Really good job by, and you see he tried to pour it up. He wasn't able to connect. He actually ended up getting some of that Condi damage down. He's just pot-shotting him over and over. You got 20 seconds left. Reginald doesn't have a choice. He drops the barrage down onto him. He's going to go for that rapid fire very soon. Here he goes. Nice evade on that one, mitigating that big opener. He goes for the dagger storm right away, dumping a bunch of Condi. Mad Lord's in big trouble right here. He's trying to close the gap onto Reginald. He's really low. This is going to be a good job. He tries to get the worldly impact, doesn't manage to mitigate it. Oh, he gets the wall. Yeah. Great exchange coming out from both opponents. That was really impressive from Mad Lord, and good patience coming out from both of them, understanding and respecting each other's skill, knowing that any little mistake could be the end of it for them. And now this is our last match in the quarterfinals, and it's only fitting that we go into a game 3, excuse me. Whew. This has been a very good 1v1 tournament so far. A lot of new faces and a lot of them showing what they're made of. Thank you so much for coming out so far, guys. This has been really fun. Here we go, game 3. After this match, we're going to be officially moving into our semifinals. Fuck him up, Reddit user. That's like our over there. Let's take a quick look at his build over here. He's running Greatsword with the longbow. He's got Ruin of the Scholar and Marauder. He's running with Beast Mastery, Wilderness Survival, and Soul Beast. I'll keep it on there just for a second. Now let's see what tactics they employ. Let's see. Reginald right away. He's like, fuck that. I'm not getting caught in that little spot again. I'm going to come out really hard. He gets him in the pushback and the big rapid fire on top of him. He tries to close the gap. He tries to get the worldly impact to return on him. He's got the ram out. He's got to be really careful. Reginald's in a bad spot. And you can see he's engaged. It didn't work really well, but he's in a bad side now. He doesn't have that big area to kind of mitigate the damage coming from the pet. And the pet can do all he wants right now. Reginald's in a bad place. He's trying to drop the barrage down onto him. And now it's a full advantage of Mad Lord here. He's getting him to use a lot of his initiative. Actually, no, he's being patient on his initiative. He's got to call back his pet before he dies. Good job by Mad Lord, calling the pet back before its death. And he actually ends up calling the smoke scale right again, letting the smoke scale and the pet do most of the work. And now here comes Reginald. Reg Scythe is going to be ready for it. He tries to get him in the big burst. Big worldly impact. Mitigates it once again. Mad Lord's got to be careful here. Good job by Reg, creating that distance, just backing up. He goes into stealth. That pet is coming up. He gets that rapid fire. There's 54 seconds. This has been an impressive. Mad Milk is one of the better Rangers I've seen, to be honest. Too bad I don't like that dude. I don't know Mad Lord, but he's been really nice so far. He's been going into all his matches right away. He hasn't BM'd anything. So I give respect to people who give respect to me. So I have no qualms with Lord of Milk. Thank you so much for coming in and putting on a great performance so far. And same with you, Reginald. Very impressive. He gets him in the pushback. Big again, going in for the worldly impact once more. But Reginald has been calling him out on that for a long time. He's been doing a really good job of mitigating that. We got 20 seconds left in the map mechanic. And this is where they got to be careful. He drops that barrage a little too far on Reginald. He's just trying to poke as much as he can. He's got the smoke scale doing damage onto Reginald. Reginald ports back up. We got 8 seconds, and now Reginald trying to get the... Oh, big rapid fire up onto Reginald. Oh, Mad Lord ends up taking it. Really good patience coming out of all of them. And Reginald, that was a fucking impressive performance, my friend. I really enjoyed watching that. I did. Now, Luxlayer didn't like it too much, or Luxlayer didn't enjoy it too much, but there was a lot of strategy, a lot of patience, and you know, it's not always a slobber knock where everybody's punching each other in the face. There was a lot of strategy involved in that match. I was very impressed with both opponents being patient, not getting too nervous, and Reginald did a really good job as well, but Mad Lord ended up taking it. So now we're going to go our first match in our semifinals, guys. This is going to be Luxlayer versus Thermite. This is going to be a good match. There you go. That's for you, Data Freak. So it's Thermite versus Luxlayer. This is going to be a doozy. Now, Thermite, we saw before, he ran that really funny, really high sustained core Guardian build. And he uses those no ports, and you could tell it right away that he's a good player. He does those jump dodges from no port to no port, and he jump dodges without any little mistake. He's running that Zeal, Honor, and Valor. Scepter, Shield with Sword and Focus, Sanctuary, and Mender. Neighbor Naru, on the other hand, running Axe Shield with Sword Focus, Traveler, and Sage. This is the 5 Mantra Firebrand build. And there you go. Thermite using his classic tactic. Gets the big shield of absorption. Just trying to auto attack as much as he can. He knows he doesn't have too much damage. He's taking the better of the positioning of the terrain. Tries to get that Zealot's defense. Neighbor Naru trying to get that big pull and dropping that symbol. Getting those big Condi stacks on top of him. Thermite trying to clear them off him. Dropping a couple symbols of his own. Trying to get that heavy pressure. Now Thermite right back onto the no port, and you can see that jump dodge again from no port to no port. Big pull coming out from Neighbor Naru. Just trying to keep that heavy cleave. Those 8 stacks of burning doing a lot of damage on Thermite. He's taking heavy pressure. This is a good match going both ways here. Neighbor Naru getting with that big pull onto Thermite, but he actually ends up using that renewed focus, I believe. Yeah, renewed focus has been used. So now Neighbor Naru does have a slight advantage as there's no more oh shit button coming out of Thermite. This is an impressive match going both ways. He's just auto-attacking as much as he can, trying to drop those symbols onto Thermite. Thermite trying to get away. Let's take a look at his cooldowns. He has gone through 3 of his mantras, the 3 of his books, and 1 of his mantras. This is the most pressure that I've seen on Neighbor Naru so far from Thermite. He's doing an impressive display right here. He actually baited him into thinking he was running away. Uses his sword 2 to port back up. Ends up using the Chains of Light to keep him inside that field. We got 20 seconds or 30 seconds left in this map mechanic, guys. And this is where they got to start thinking about their cooldowns. As you can see over here, he does have some of his mantras or tombs that are going to be coming up as soon as the map mechanic does proc it. I think Thermite's getting the better of the exchange. Nice axe pull coming out from Neighbor Naru, dumping a lot of those Condis. And this is exactly what you want to do. Put all that damage onto him, but Thermite's able to resustain. Neighbor Naru's getting really low, and there's only 5 seconds left on the map mechanic. He's not going to be able to heal after this. Great play by Thermite. Neighbor Naru's on the run over here. Wow, really good job by Thermite. That was a back and forth match, left and right. Wow, that was really good coming out from both opponents. We got a Firebrand versus a Core Guard, but this Core Guard build, wow, is it doing some wonders here today. Thermite, my hat is off to you, sir. Very impressive play, but I guarantee you, Luxslayer is not going to take this sitting down. He's a very impressive PvPer. He does do very well, and he's very knowledgeable. He's going to be coming out really hard this time. This is one to watch. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I thought Sage Firebrand was stronger in the 1v1 as well, but Thermite is showing us. I'll show you once again what this man is running. Oh, they have to ready up. He's running Zeal, Honor, and Valor. And he's running over here with Scepter, Shield, and Sword Focus, running Sanctuary with Mender's Amulet. He's got Annulment. Annulment is very strong. I've seen every single participant running his Annulment, and I see it very frequently inside my 1v1s. It's a very strong sigil. Here we go. This is game 2. Let's see how Thermite... That was back and forth. That could have gone any way. But Thermite actually ended up getting the advantage. And that's what's really important. Around the 5 to 8 second mark is really want to put that burst down. So by the time that map mechanic comes, they don't have any time to heal. And right around that 20 second mark is where you really want to be attentive on your cooldowns. Make sure you have enough for when you go to the end. Naru with that big shield of absorption, trying to get that axe pull again, but he's not able to connect on it. Just trying to get that Chains of Light and dropping that symbol right down on top of him. Heavy pressure onto Neighbor Naru. And this is the most pressure I've seen him go through. He actually went through a lot of his mantras. He actually went through a lot of his tombs. And Neighbor Naru is usually very patient with using his tombs and his mantras. But Thermite is just pressuring. And that auto attack is just keeping that heavy cleave onto him, never relenting. Good pull coming out from Neighbor Naru, getting those high stacks of burning, but Thermite being very attentive on the Condi, clearing them very quickly. Double symbol coming on. This is a high action match coming up from both of them. Those big Condi stacks he's got to be careful for. Neighbor Naru's getting really low. He is in his Tomb of Resolve and it's just gone through. Drops the symbol onto Thermite. Thermite getting him this big shield of absorption. Is he going to get the proc on Shield of Wrath? He doesn't get it. Neighbor Naru going for the no port. Gets the big pull on that axe. And Neighbor Naru's been doing an excellent job with those big axe pulls. Mitigating a lot of damage and able to get some Condi down. But Thermite is never relenting. Just constantly in the face of Neighbor Naru trying to get that cleave. Zealot's defense. He actually uses his renewed focus to try to resustain. Shield of Wrath by Naru. He's got to be careful it doesn't proc onto him. He's able to get it to clear. Drops the symbol back onto Neighbor Naru. We've got 15 seconds left in this map mechanic. Mantras are being depleted. He's got one left on each one, and we got 5 seconds left in this map mechanic, so they both got to be really attentive. He's gone through 2 of his tombs, but his Tomb of Justice is going to be coming back up. Now there's no more healing coming out of any of the big pull coming up from Neighbor Naru. He's not able to get those big stacks of Connie like he wanted. Thermite's in big trouble here. He's getting really low, but so is Neighbor Naru. It's getting really low. He's able to get that big shield of absorption up. He ends up getting the down on Neighbor Naru. Oh my god. Wow, that was really, 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 really impressive performance coming out from Thermite. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that was my favorite match of this tournament so far. Thermite taking that. Now we have Mad Lord of Milk versus Who Are You? These two are brand new to my tournament, making it all the way to the semifinals. You guys are fucking amazing. So Mad Lord versus Who Are You? That is right. Who are you, sir? Who are you indeed? Mad Lord versus Who Are You? This is going to be another good match. Mad Lord is very patient. He knows how to use that burst. He knows how to mitigate damage. Oh yes, we could potentially do that, Deuce. Let me just take a quick look at Mad Lord's build one more time so you guys can see it. He's got Exordium, Greatsword, and he's got Ferris, the Longbow, Scholar, and Marauder. He's running over here Beast Mastery, Wilderness, and Soul Beast. We got Guardian over here on this side, running Honor, Valor, and Virtues. Ooh, he's making slight changes, actually. Nope, he's going right back. Yeah, we are doing a third place match. We are having a third place match, and if one of the participants who lost in the semifinals doesn't show up, it's going to be automatically given to whoever's in this match, who loses this match. So right away, he pops that big burst. He's going for it right away. Good job by Guardian going right on top of him. Mad Lord's got to be careful. Good sustain coming out from Guardian, mitigating a lot of that and surviving. Gets him in the big knockback. Tries to get the pulls to the ball. Oh, this is good exchange coming out from both of them. Nice rapid fire. Gets the pushback going in for the big cleave. Guardian's in big trouble. He pops that renewed focus. What a match coming out from both of these guys so far, and they're brand new to my tournaments. I could not have asked for anything more in this one. He got the Shield of Absorption up. Mad Lord's in big trouble. He goes for the stealth, tries to get the Worldly Impact, does connect. He gets the big maul. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Really good job coming out from both of these opponents for going into Game 2 today. Whew. That was exciting. That was exciting.
Watching the Guardian's health drop to like 1% then recover was pretty impressive.
Yeah, very impressive coming out from Guardian. He's able to sustain, and he recountered. Mad Lord countered back on him. He countered back on him. Yeah, they are called Mantras Chikia. Scholar Rune in a 1v1. That's cocky. CC combo. Combo from the Commandant. So let's take a quick look again. Yeah, he is running Rune of the Scholar, and he's been going ham, Mad Lord. No fear coming out of this man. Now Mad Lord knows what to expect. He's getting a little more comfortable, and he has switched over. He's gone with Sword and Focus with Scepter and Shield. No, I believe this is what it was before. Rapid Fire again. He tries to get the Zealot's defense. Good barrage. He's able to port onto him just close enough. He's got to be careful here. He's going for the Worldly Impact. No, really good job, because usually you'll see him do that and then pop the Worldly Impact, but he's kind of changing his style. Another big pushback, Rapid Fire. He goes into his renewed focus to mitigate a lot of that. And this is a good position for Guardian over here. He's got to be careful. He can use that LOS. Nice barrage. And the barrage, not only does it put down the heavy cleave, good job by Guardian using that LOS to mitigate a lot of that, getting really close. Really good exchange coming out from both of them. He's trying to get that big maul. He's just in his face hardcore. He's got the Shield of Wrath to mitigate some of that. He drops down the symbol. Now he's got to be careful. Mad Lord's in a good spot. He does have the Scepter. He puts up the Shield of Absorption to block that barrage. The pet is just coming up and keeping that cleave down on him. He uses Wrath, and he can. Oh, that was a really good call by Mad Lord. He saw him use the Litany of Wrath and pulled the pet away so he couldn't get the extra healing. Big damage coming out. Good dodge from Guardian. Mad Lord is just staying on top of him. Really good job from Mad Lord on this one. Very, very impressive performance from both of these individuals. Now we're going to be going into our third place match, guys. So that's Mad Lord that ends up taking it. Lux Slayer versus who are you in our third place match, guys? I'll do the raffle maybe right after this third place match. And remember, guys, our finals match is a best of 5 series. Our finals match is a best of 5 series. So this gives a lot of opportunity. I'm going to be doing the raffle for the random, the 20 gold that I'm going to be giving out to one of our random contestants. So they're going to be getting that. So as I mentioned, guys, 50% of the 200 gold is going to first place, 30% to second place, 10% to third place, and 10% of it I use to give out to a random draw to one of the other competitors, anyone that isn't in the top 3. So this way someone gets something. Neighbor Naru putting the heavy pressure onto the Guardian. This is a hard fight for the Guardian, as considering Neighbor Naru has a lot of sustain, and he's a very impressive Guardian. Neighbor Guardian's got to try to do as much as he can to try to mitigate some damage. He's getting some good pressure onto Neighbor Naru right now. Neighbor Naru is blowing through a lot of his cooldowns and his mantras right now. He's gone through 2 of his tombs. He's got 1 page left in his tomb. Guardian's got it. Does he have his renewed focus? He does have his renewed focus, and his Litany of Wrath is coming back up. He's in good position as well right here, just to auto scepter onto him. Good push from the Shield of Absorption from Naru, mitigating a lot of damage and being able to get that big opener with the big symbol down on him. Just auto attacking with that scepter as much as he can to try to keep that cleave and keep that pressure up onto Neighbor Naru. He has all of his cooldowns back up. He does get the Ray of Judgment onto him to keep that extra pressure onto Neighbor Naru. Let's take a quick look at Neighbor Naru. He's gone through all of his tombs, almost all of his mantras as well. Oof, nice dodge from Guardian over there, getting away from that big axe pull. That's the start of Neighbor Naru's big combo. Auto attacking from up above, and this is exactly what he wants to do. Does he still have his renewed focus? He does, and he does have Litany of Wrath. He does have Smite conditions as well. There's his Litany of Wrath and Smite conditions. Neighbor Naru is running. Very patient on his mantras. Really good job by Neighbor Naru, not getting too complacent, not bursting through them. Guardian's in a little bit of a sticky situation. He does have his renewed focus, popping it just in the nick of time. This is going to be tight. I don't know if he has enough pressure to be able to maintain this. We have gone into the map mechanics, so there's no more healing. Bad Guardian's in a bad way right now. Good job using that LOS. Good push coming out from Neighbor Naru and getting the down. Hold on, guys. So after this match, I'm going to be doing the random raffle. Marauder, thanks. I had the Scholar. Now I think he was Marauder and Scholar tunes. Let me just take a quick look really quick again here, guys. He's got Rune of Leadership with Marauder. And taking Neighbor Naru, he's running Traveler with a Sage Amulet. Let's take another look. Let's see if he makes any changes. I don't believe so. We're going to be doing the random raffle, 10%, so that's 20 gold that we're going to be giving out to one of our participants. I'm just going to be choosing at random. Guardian trying to go for the heavy cleave right away, but there's a lot of sustain coming out from Neighbor Naru at the beginning. Good shield of absorption. Guardian's in a little bit of trouble. He's able to recounter and resustain. Good pull from Neighbor Naru. Good job by Guardian just breaking that CC and dodging right out of it. Trying to avoid all that burning. Much burning is on top of him. Nope, Mad Lorder is not running Zerker Amulet. He's running Scholar with Marauder. Sorry about that. Ooh, Guardian! Really good job! Sorry, like our peanut... no, no peanut gallery, unfortunately. So this raffle is going to be coming after this. Guardian doing a really good job on Neighbor Naru, bringing it to forcing this third place match into a game 3, and that's very fitting. We've had so many game 3s. Oh, what was that? Sorry, guys. Really, really good job coming out from both of them. This is very impressive so far. I'm very excited to see how this plays out. And the Guardian did a really good job. He burned on him really hard at first. He didn't get too much damage down, but he was able to get him to go through a lot of his mantras, go through a lot of his tombs. What a turnaround. Impressive. Very, very impressive turnaround, Data Freak. So here we go again. And Neighbor Naru saying, not today. You're not getting that off again. Staying on top of the no port, dropping some symbols, trying to get him to back away. He doesn't have too much in the way of ranged attack, so it kind of favored the Guardian a little bit in that exchange. He's got the shield of absorption up, trying to come in hard. Good job by Neighbor Naru getting that big pull, dropping the symbol, just trying to get the pressure onto him. Lots of burns, lots of colony cover. Unfortunately, he was able to clear that burn right away. Oof, really good, high action packed match so far. Good job from both contestants. Guardian's in a little bit of trouble. Same with Neighbor Naru. Let's take a look at his cooldowns over here. He does have his renewed focus available to him if he so chooses to use it, but he was very patient with it before. He's doing a really good job. He ends up using it. Take a look at Neighbor Naru. He's only gone through one of his tombs and his heal mantra. He just was able to reproc on it. Giving him a little bit of time. He's getting a little low here. Burned through all of his heal mantras again, almost. Being patient, gets him in a good pull. He's not able to capitalize on the pull though or get any condi. It was good for a CC and gave by him a little bit of time. Every second counts in a match like this. 6 stacks of burning. He was able to clear pretty quickly. Neighbor Naru is in a bad way. He's able to get some pressure. He ports right back in. Guardian's trying to mitigate. He's got ports right back onto Guardian. He's got the Shield of Wrath. Zealot's defense to be able to protect him a little more. Tries to get the Ray of Judgment onto Guardian, but to no avail. The Shield of Wrath was able to block it. Neighbor Naru's in a little bit of a bad spot. He's able to get the good counter pressure onto him. Very impressive from Neighbor Naru. He's got no more tombs. His tombs are about to come up. He doesn't have his good Shield of Absorption coming out from Guardian. He's just trying to stay on top of him. Neighbor Naru doesn't have his mantra. He's trying to cast it right now. We've got 3 seconds left on this map mechanic. And they're both pretty much topped up, but Neighbor Naru's in a little bit of a disadvantage considering the health, but he's got the Ray of Judgment onto Guardian, trying to take it away. And the burning is doing a lot of damage. As I mentioned, there's no healing. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. This is the end. This is the end. Who's going to win it? It's a game 3 over here, 1-1 series. Guardian's got a lot of Condi on him. He's getting really low, but so is Neighbor Naru. Let's see his cooldowns over here. He's got his Litany of Wrath, but he can't use it. He does have his renewed focus if he so chooses to use it. Neighbor Naru's got the Ray of Judgment on top of him. That's going to be huge. He's got to use that smite condition while he's on renewed focus. He gets the smite condition. He gets the down on Neighbor Naru, and Guardian ends up winning.
Oh man, that was close.
Really good job from Guardian.
If Naru had downed Guardian in his down state while Guardian was facing the map mechanic, Naru could have won, potentially. Because the map mechanic encroaches to toward the center to the back. So Guardian running circles around Naru was really risky. Because if he had happened to die toward the map mechanic, there was still a high risk he could have died.
That was really impressive. And as Breckbreath said, I'm so confused that Firebrand loses against Core Guard. He's not a regular Core Guard. He's running a very funny build. One sec, finalists. One sec, one sec. Don't start your match yet, guys. Please do not start your match yet. I'm going to be doing the raffle. Raffle time. Yeah, who are you? I can't believe that happened either, buddy. You did a great job. You did a really good job. Great job, great job. Okay, raffle time, raffle time. So it's only for the participants and the participants who stayed inside the match. Only for participants. So if you have participated, sorry guys, I'm writing it out at the same time as talking. So if you have participated and are not in first, second, or third, choose a number from 1 to 50. Type it in map chat.
Archer is in comms with us. He's just muted, so
Okay.
his number is 4, by the way.
Okay, so if you guys have participated in this tourney and you want to be part of it, I have chosen a number. If there's only 2 of you, there's only 2 of you. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be giving 10% of 200 gold to this. Hey, thank you so much for that, man. I really appreciate that, Glacier. And once again, guys, if you like this type of content, I would really urge you to click follow or subscribe. I do these every single day. 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, Fashion Wars, and I also do 5v5 in-houses or open houses. Thank you so much for those follows, guys. Yeah, Glacier and Daddy Liam, thank you so much for those follows, guys.
I don't think participated, by the way.
No.
But again, he picked a number above 50, so it's okay.
No problem. Thank you so much for those follows, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. You know, every time you click that follow or the subscribe, it's kind of like patting me on the back, letting me know that I'm doing a good job. So I'm going to be ending the raffle right now. And the winner of our raffle is actually going to be Archer Smith. Archer Smith, sir, you are the lucky winner of 20 gold. Oh, let me add you to friend. Add friend. Archer Smith, send gold. 20 raffle winner. And Guardian, you are in 3rd place, sir, so I will send you. You will get 20 gold as well, Guardian. 3rd place prize. Thanks so much for coming. Great performance. Alright, guys, this is the match we've been waiting for. This is a best of 5 series. Okay, Mad Lord, and look at these boys dancing. Thermite Plasma is doing a fucking good job. Mad Lord's been doing a fucking good job. This is going to be an epic finals, guys. Okay, okay, gentlemen. Dance off is over. You may start. Best of 5 series. And good luck to you both.
So, Mike, you may want to advertise for your Fashion Wars tourney. I just told Nano that that was tomorrow, I think, and so he wants to join that too. So
Yeah, and the Fashion Wars, I really don't.
Let everyone know.
For the Fashion Wars, I really don't take any signups. All I do is create a squad, and then around 8 or 9 o'clock, I'll start the Fashion Wars, and everybody can just join the squad. And then we have 3 judges that stand. We do it in Lion's Arch. There's 3 judges that stand there. You're going to have to walk to the judges, do a little animation, then walk back. The judges will type /yes or /no, and the majority vote wins. So here we go, Mad Lord against Thermite Plasma. This is going to be really interesting. Let me take a quick look over here. Beast Mastery, Wilderness, and Soul Beast. And now Thermite can't necessarily use his tactic of trying to sustain because Mad Lord has so much damage that he can put on. But he's doing a good job. He's trying to stay LOS. He's trying to mitigate the damage from the pet. Mad Lord is just pew-pewing as hard as he can. Let me take a quick look again. Yeah, Rune of the Scholar with Marauder. Good pull. Tries to get in Worldly Impact. Avoids it with the Shield of Wrath. Tries to get the Maul. Avoids that as well. Mad Lord's in a bad way right now. He's stuck in a hard spot. He's trying to use his CC. Tries to get in the big pushback and the Hunter's Mark. Yeah, the point blank and the Hunter's shot, excuse me. Tries to get the rapid fire onto Thermite, getting him down to 50%. Still trying to cleave. And Thermite being very, very smart. Staying up there, he's able to mitigate a lot of that pet damage. Mad Lord doing everything he can again with the rapid fire right in the face of Thermite. Thermite not even flinching. He tries to get him in the worldly impact. He does. So much CC. Mad Lord's in a big trouble here. He gets him in the Zealot's defense. He gets him into Hunter's Mark. No, he goes into stealth. Tries to get the Maul again. Trying to keep the heavy pressure onto Thermite. But Thermite doing an impressive job right here. And I think Mad Lord tactic, he should try to wait for the map mechanic. He's trying to get away. He's using the LOS. Zealot's defense coming at him. He does get the Troll Engine off. He's got the block from the Greatsword. We got 25 seconds left on this map mechanic. Now Thermite, I think Mad Lord should try to stay away as much as he can. Wait for that Troll Engine. Top himself up. Get ready for that burst and try to burst him down. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the back in the day, isn't it? The build people ran as a defensive kind of court guard in the game. I think so, Breckra. I'm not entirely sure. But Core Guard is not too strong right now, but what we watched out of Thermite over here and with Guardian has been very impressive. And Luxslayer is no slouch. He's a very, big maul onto Thermite. And there's no more map. That's a perfect timing. And that's exactly what you want to do. Get that big burst just before the map mechanic. He gets him with the rapid fire. Impressive play coming out by Mad Lord. Really, really, really good job. And good sportsmanship coming out from Thermite. That's what I love to see, guys. The PMA. He even said nice right at the end. I really love that, guys. Over in these tournaments, I don't promote any bad mouthing. I don't promote any. Well, there is a little bit of shit talking. You need a little bit of shit talking in competition, but as long as it's friendly. And right there, big ups to Thermite for saying nice and congratulating his opponent. This is a best of 5 series, guys, so keep that in mind. I'm going to say best of 5 again so everybody knows. Every single time when I get to the finals, it's some stupid strong signet build. Yeah, it's really, really strong. He's not using any signets over here. Really good job. I'm going to leave you on Mad Lord, guys. I just got to run really quick. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. I'm back. Ooh, Mad Lord's in a bad way right now. Thermite's not playing complacent right now. He's just going in really ham. Good re-engage by Thermite, re-sustaining right away, getting big damage with the big rapid fire. He goes into Renewed Focus, and Renewed Focus with Shield of Wrath works really well because you're not able to damage the Shield of Wrath. Thermite's trying to get that Scepter attack. Mad Lord's trying to get away. He's just auto-attacking with that Scepter. This is a moment of opportunity. He does get the, Sword 2 right on top of him. We're going into a 1-1 series in this finals. Ooh, baby. This is going to be good, guys. I need to smoke a cigarette. My adrenaline's pumping here. We're going wild. Very impressive. And, guys, these are 2 brand new guys. I've never seen them. I've done over, this is my 70th 1v1 today. 70 1v1s I've done. I've done over 20 2v2s, and I've done over 10 3v3s. And I've never seen these guys before. So, very impressive. They've beaten out all the old guys, and now they're coming to make their own here. And this is what I like doing this. It gives them a little bit of clout. It gives them a platform to be seen and to be shown. So this is what I really, really, really enjoy. Thermite versus... No problem. What were you going to say there, Sora?
The core guard build that he's running, I 1v2'd it with one of my warrior friends. Both of us are running meme builds. But, like, if you stand in those signets for more than 2-3 seconds... Yeah, symbols, sorry. Yeah, if you stand in those symbols, oh my god, it like wipes your entire HP.
Yeah, he's been doing really well, Thermite. He's been dominating a lot of top guys. He ended up beating Luxslayer as well. Really, really impressive. We have a lot of Guardians in this match today, guys. Tries to go in for the big shit. He doesn't get the worldly impact. Really good damage mitigation from Thermite. He's starting to kind of understand the style of Mad Lord. He's starting to understand his playstyle, how he functions, what he likes to combo with. Really good job using the LOS over there. Trying to mitigate some more damage. Just trying to auto attack onto him. Shield of absorption once again. Now here comes the Mad Lord trying to get that heavy pressure onto him. And I think, once again, Mad Lord, his best option is to try to wait for that map mechanic and try to sustain as much as he can. He is a little squishy. Nice pushback. Nice rapid fire. He goes into the shield. Oh, renewed focus. Mad Lord's actually putting down the barrage. He's got letting the pet do a lot of his damage. Thermite comes right back in for the pressure. Very interesting play coming out from Thermite, not getting too worried. Big maul, big knockdown, trying to get that great sword damage. Worldly impact misses. Just auto-attacking with that scepter. Nice knockdown, trying to go for the maul. Mad Lord going full ham, getting the auto-attack. Oh my god, what a back and forth match we're having today, ladies and gentlemen. Very impressive coming up from both of these competitors. Wow, wow, wow. And remember, guys, at the end of this, I'm also doing a little skin giveaway. The skin isn't anything crazy, but it is the skin I can give away to you guys just for saying thank you for watching. It's going to be a quick raffle. I'm going to do the giveaway through the Twitch. So you're just going to have to write in a keyword, and then I'm going to do a raffle. Followers and subscribers get more luck. So if you click that follow or subscribe, you're going to have a little extra chance of getting this. Or you know what? I'm actually going to do it. I'm actually going to make it a ghostly infusion. We're going to do that. We're going to raffle off a ghostly infusion at the end. Well, maybe I'll let you guys have the option. I'll show you the skin, and I'll show you the ghostly infusion. And then I'll let whoever says, or if I get the majority vote. No, Thermite is still in there. It's 2-1, guys. 2-1 series.
Zoro, come 1v1, me and Martis 1v1.
So here we go. He's trying to drop that big barrage onto Thermite. Thermite's just sitting back. And this is a bad spot for Thermite because he can't still use his pet. There's no LOS. There's no way he can mitigate that. And Mad Lord's really good at calling back his pet. You're going to see just before he dies, he's probably going to call that pet. Oh, he ends up killing the pet. I'm not sure if he ended up killing it or he called it back just in time. Here we go.
Oh, Zoro,
Here we go.
It's not that bad. I'm memeing.
Here we go. Now, I think they're going to be waiting for that map mechanic, and this works into the favor of Mad Lord, in my opinion. He's just waiting. Drops the symbol to kind of intimidate him a bit. Ports right back up. Goes for the no port. Tries to get that hunter's mark. He does get the hunter's shot. I keep forgetting what that's called, the pushback. Mad Lord's in a little bit of trouble here. Thermite's doing a really good job of mitigating most of that damage. He goes into stealth. Trying to get LOS again to try to wait for his cooldowns again so he can get that big burst. Patient on the worldly impact. Uses the renewed focus on the rapid fire. Dropping the barrage down, but he doesn't have enough time. Good job by Thermite keeping the pressure on him so he can't get that big maul. Really good counter, but Thermite noticed it from a mile away. He's able to stop him. He's got him pushed back in the back. He's not able to get that point blank. He's looking for that hunter's shot. He misses the hunter shot. He can't get into stealth. He's got the shield of absorption to mitigate any damage. He still has that rapid fire. He goes for the rapid fire, chunks him a little bit of damage. Now we're gone into the map mechanic. Mad Lord's not in a good position, but he's able to reburst on him if he so chooses. Thermite's doing a good job of mitigating. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Now we're going into a game 5. The winner is going to take this one. This is a very, very impressive performance coming out of both of these individuals. Ooh-wee. Here we go, guys. The winner is going to take all of this. Here we go. Let's take a quick look at Thermite. Once again, what he's running. He's got a Scepter with Shield, a Sword with Focus. He's got Rune of Sanctuary with Mender, Steel, Honor, and Valor. Let's take a quick look at Mad Lord over here. He's running Beast Mastery, Wilderness Survival, and Soul Beast. He's got Longbow with Great Sword, Scholar, and Marauder. Really good back and forth coming out from both of these opponents so far. Really impressive game 5. Tries to go for the rapid shot, but he ends up wasting it all on that LOS. Getting some heavy pressure onto Thermite. Mad Lord's not taking any chance. He's just trying to keep the heavy pressure, but there's a lot of sustain from Thermite. Thermite's doing a good job just avoiding and mitigating that. He's got the barrage down, plus the pet doing the damage, forcing him to use a couple of his cooldowns. He's trying to kill the pet. Mad Lord's keeping an eye on the pet's damage. He actually switches over to the smoke scale. He's got the Shield of Wrath and a couple symbols down. That's littered with symbols. Mad Lord's got to be careful. He goes for the stealth, and rapid fire once again wasted on that LOS. We got 1 minute left in this map mechanic. I'm sure it's going to the map mechanic. And thank you so much for Unfaded. This is pretty good. Yeah, this is fucking amazing. This tournament has been a really good one. I think we had 19 participants in this tournament today. Mad Lord backing up. Thermite just sitting back. They're going to be waiting for that map mechanic. Thermite does have the ports to his availability. He does have Judge's Intervention. And he does have his sword too. They're both kind of sitting back and waiting. They're going to be waiting for that map mechanic. And this is a tactic. I don't know if it's going to work to the favor of Thermite. He's in this situation. Mad Lord's got all his cooldowns, but they both have all their cooldowns. Thermite writing in chat. This is where it's going to get serious now. Thermite's in a bad spot. He's got to get out of there before that cooldown comes. Drops the barrage, knowing that he's going to have to come out of there. He uses the Judge's Intervention and the Shield of Absorption. Thermite getting stunned and immobed by the Chains of Light. Here he goes with the big damage. They're both getting really low. He tries to use his Troll Engine, but the Troll Engine's not going to do anything. Tries to get the rapid fire. Oh, it doesn't look good for Mad. Mad ends up going down and Thermite takes it. Really, really, really impressive from Thermite on this one. Let me send him his 100 gold. We're going to be doing that raffle now, guys. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I do these every single... my mail went away. I do these every single day. So if you like this type of content, you want to see when I go live, click that follow, click that subscribe, and help support this fellow shoutcaster. I'm just trying to bring that PvP to the community. I'm trying to revive it. If you look below my stream, you'll see the website for my 1v1 league, and you'll also see the 1v1 Discord. Thermite Plasma, let me send him his 100 gold, send mail. I'm going to go to my bank, guys, and get that infusion. Hold on. Oh, actually, I'll do that. Thanks for coming. Very impressive. First place prize. I'll send that to him. Now, where is... Oh, no, where did you go, Mad Lord? There you are, Mad Lord. Let's send him mail. He's going to get 60 gold for his effort. Second place prize. Thanks so much for coming out. Alright, guys. It's raffle time for that ghostly infusion. Let me open up Nightbot really quick. It's giveaway time, giveaway time, giveaway time. Giveaway. It's going to be a keyword. The keyword is going to be 1v1, guys. So type in 1v1 like this into the Twitch chat. So if you want to participate, guys, it's open for 2 minutes. If you are a subscriber or a follower, you get extra luck. So subscribers get 8 extra luck and followers get 4 extra luck. So the keyword is going to be 1v1. If you want to participate, type in 1v1 like you saw Deuce Fatorum type in. type in 1v1 if you want to enter into this for the Ghostly Infusion, guys. So 1v1 into the Twitch chat if you'd like to participate into this contest. And as well, on top of it, subscribers get 8% extra luck. Followers get 4 times extra luck. I'm going to run back and get that Ghostly Infusion. I'm going to close the raffle in about 2 minutes, guys. The raffle is closing in about 2 minutes. As well, on tomorrow I'm going to be doing a Fashion Wars, and on Friday I'm going to be doing a 2v2. Any and all are welcome. The Fashion Wars I like to do in the middle of the week just to take a little bit of pressure off me. It is kind of, it's difficult to run these sometimes. But as I do them more and more, people start to focus, and there's no troll going on. Everybody knows when to come in. When I call their names, they enter. They're starting to flow really, really, really nicely. So we're doing a raffle for a Ghostly Infusion, guys. If you want to partake in this, just type in 1v1. Followers and subscribers get extra luck. So thank you so much, guys. You got about 1 more minute to type in 1v1 into the Twitch chat, and you'll be able to enter this raffle. Followers and subscribers get extra luck, so click that follow, click that subscribe, guys. I'm a shameless, thick-skinned promoter. And if you see me, I'll always post in map chat. I post in Heart of the Mist, in the Guild. I go to World v World. I go to Radisum, Lion's Arch, Divinity's Reach. So here's our Ghostly Infusion. This is what we're going to be giving out today. Closing the raffle very, very, very soon, gentlemen. You got about 45 seconds to enter into this raffle. You just got to type 1v1. Followers and subscribers get a little more luck. This was a amazing 1v1 today. Super, super, super fun. Super entertaining. A lot of back and forth. Our last finals match went to a 1-0 series, 1-1 series, 2-1 series, 2-2 series, and then Thermite ends up taking it with that very funky core guard sustain. Very impressive performance coming out from everyone. And there are top 3 finalists were 3 people I've never seen before in my tournaments. You know, it was Guardian, Mad Lord, and Thermite. I've never seen them before, and this is why I go to World v World. This is why I go to Radisum, Lion's Arch, and Divinity's Reach, to try to pull those people back into PvP. And I usually find 1 or 2 diamonds in the rough every couple tourneys, and today I found 3 diamonds. Very impressive, guys. Very, very impressive. All right, raffle time, raffle time, raffle time. I'm going to roll it right now. Let's see who wins. Sorrow. Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? Sorrow wins again on the raffle. And this is what happens. Subscribers get extra luck, guys. Subscribers and followers get extra luck. So this is probably why he's winning again. Sorrow wins. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm going to pass you off to someone else. Let's see who we can pass you to. Let's pass you off to Mango Plays. Mango's a very impressive PvPer. You're going to really enjoy his play. He plays, I think he's trying out Condi Mirage, and he's trying out Thief as well. So I'm going to pass you over to Mango, guys. Give him a big welcome. And I think he used to stream a lot in the past, and now he's finally getting right back into it. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I do these every day. Click that follow, click that subscribe. I'm passing you over to Mango right now. Have a great night, and please give him a warm welcome. Have a great night, guys.